What's going on, YouTube? Before I get into this video, man, y'all make sure y'all go like, comment down below what movie y'all want to see me review next, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. Now, this next one we about to get into, man, was requested by Jabril for real 637, Antwone Fisher. Now, this movie came out in 2002. It stars Derek Luke and Denzel Washington. Now, I haven't seen this movie probably since I was a child, and I'm glad Jabril requested this because I needed to rewatch it. It ain't even about me rewatching it to review it. It's just like I already knew this movie was good, and I just haven't watched it in so long. That's why I be really happy when y'all request certain movies, because it's like I be already done watched a lot of these movies. But when you an adult, it's different from watching it when you was a kid. Like, you catch so many other different things. But yeah, it's about this dude named Antwone Fisher. He knew his father died, and his mother put him in an orphanage when he was a little boy. Now it shows on here Antwone being in the Navy as he's an adult, but it's like a real life like flashback type of movie where like he's just having like multiple flashbacks throughout his life. And it shows on here like when I don't know if all foster care places are like this, but I'm pretty sure a lot of them are, where like the person that's raising you just like beating you and mistreating you and doing all kind of stuff on here. And a real extreme part on here is just like the way his foster mother used to talk to him. Like, and you would think somebody who ain't got their parents in life, you would kind of give them extra love, but I guess like these foster people just be trying to collect a check, and they just like treat these kids any kind of way. It's really kind of sad. That's probably why a lot of foster kids grow up getting in trouble, because they never had that love. But Antwone, he got like a real, I thought my temper was bad on here, but it's like if you say the wrong thing to him, he just gonna start swinging on you. Like, bro got a really bad temper on here, and he started getting into so many fights that they put him in therapy. Like, what I think they call it a shrink. But this is where Denzel come into play. Like, he's his I guess you want to say psychiatrist on here. And like at first Antwone not opening up to him, and he just like, all right, well, you just gonna keep coming in my office until you decide you feel like talking. So they go through weeks and weeks of Antwone not talking to him. And then eventually Antwone like, man, you know what, I'ma just like start a conversation with this dude. After a while, they start getting like more and more. Like, when you get comfortable with somebody, you start to open up to them. But Antwone don't like doing it, because he feel like every time he get attached to somebody, like they turn on him or they abandon him. And I do understand that part of this, but there's a lot of parts on here about Antwone that I understand. Now that I'm an adult and I've lived a little bit longer, like I do understand like why certain men don't like opening up to people, because you just feel like you're gonna get hurt when you do that. But it was a scene on here that really made me like think like how certain people move. Antwone, they're at a club, and like all the guys on here, they talking to girls, they doing whatever, but Antwone, he just kind of like to himself, like he ain't really thinking about nobody. Now, he don't look or act gay on here, so I didn't think he was gay, but it's just like he wasn't really stunting no women. And one of his friends on here, they was looking like, man, I don't ever see you talking to no girls. I don't see you doing nothing with no girls. Like, what you got going on? Like, is you gay or something? So by just him trying Antwone, that they got to fighting. So Antwone got discharged to his therapist again. So Antwone's like, he was getting questioned by his therapist, and he was like what's going on with you? Like, are you gay? Like, he was just asking him different questions, and Antwone started breaking down like, it's some things on here like we could go through as children and as teenagers, and it'll bleed into our adulthood. Antwone wasn't gay or nothing on here. It's just like I told you, he was in foster care growing up, and one of the foster women that was watching him when his his foster mother wasn't around, she used to sexually harass Antwone, and he didn't like it. So as he got older, he didn't want to interact with women sexually. And if you think of, some people, they probably wouldn't understand, but if you break it down, that would make you like not want to even take your clothes off or do anything like that with a woman because you feel violated. Now that never happened to me, but I do understand like where bro was coming from on here. But it's this female he was feeling on here, played by Joy Bryant. And she just started like you could tell he was kind of comfortable with her, but even when she was trying to make advances at him, he was just like, I ain't never did this before. But she eventually ended up getting with him, and he loses his virginity with her. But you could tell he was comfortable with her. But his psychiatrist kept telling him like, man, I can't keep doing this with you. Like, you still gonna have to find your parents. Like, it's not about, I know we getting close over time, but it's still like wounds that you need to be that need to be healed from your past. And Antwone didn't want to hear that because he done came to this man's house. He done got close with his wife and his family. He's looking like, man, I don't want to find my family like you my family. Like, you trying to abandon me too? But Antwone ended up taking his advice, finding out he already knew his father was dead. He found out who his mother was, and he just had like a sentimental moment with her. But it's like he was healing all the wounds from his past. And even though his mother knew she was wrong by abandoning him, she was just happy like to find out what her son had became. Like he said, I don't have no children. I didn't father no children. I know different languages. I'm in the Navy. Like, I ain't never been in no real trouble. I ain't never smoked or done nothing like that. And I was a foster child, and you abandoned me, and I still turned out to be all right. So as time went on, you could tell like Antwone really found peace within himself. And sometimes that's all it takes. It ain't even about who raised you or who was around. It could be somebody like your therapist or your psychiatrist that come into your life and steer you in the right direction. But even after he found his mother on this movie, his mother's brother, his mother's sister-in-law, I'm gonna say that, they kind of still welcome him with open arms. Like, the whole family just took this man in. Even as an adult, if you didn't have that love growing up, you would still want to feel loved by your family. So like, they threw this whole dinner for Antwone. Even as a man, you could tell he was just like a little boy, happy on the inside that somebody actually loved him, and this was his blood. And I'm like, man, I don't know if this was based on a true story. I'm gonna have to go back and look. I think this was based on a true story, but it would make a lot of sense if it was, because I don't even know who would come up with a movie like this unless it was somebody's real life. Like, who would sit and think of something like this? But yeah, Derek Luke and Denzel Washington, they killed this. Like, their chemistry on it, they killed this movie. I'm gonna give this like I said, I don't want to overrate it. I'm gonna give this like a 7.5 out of 10, just because it would have got a high rating if it had a better soundtrack, because y'all already know how I am about them soundtracks. But shout out to Jabril for requesting this. This was a good movie. Like, it had my attention the whole time I was watching it. But yeah, y'all make sure y'all go like, comment down below what movie y'all want to see me review next. Share this video and subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get the subscribers all the way up. I'm going to start doing more videos for y'all and different things other than movie reviews, but y'all got to start hitting the subscribe button more. But yeah, I'm gone.